Last week, Uber made announcements for drivers on their Only on Uber driver event, but only one change really stands out as the biggest change yet. Let's talk about it right now. Hey everyone, my name is Chris and welcome to the Rideshare Guy. And we're going over one big change that I think kind of flew under the radar a little bit when it came to their announcements from the event that Uber had last week and the new announcements that they made for drivers. Now, if you want to watch a whole video breakdown of it, I'll leave a link in the description where Sergio goes over all of the changes plus his thoughts of everything. But I'm going to give you one of the biggest changes I think comes to the platform that it's going to make the platform better, safer, and help drivers be able to make better decisions on the road when they're accepting a ride or not. And that is the extended wait time when it comes to the ping screen. So they are going to extend that wait time. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over this change, the caveat of it, because it's not hitting every single market and some of the problems of it, as well as how they announced it and the problems behind that, but why I think this is probably the biggest change that Uber has made when it comes to the platform overall entirely. All right, so let's talk about, first off, what is the change? Well, you know, when you get a ping request for a ride to come in, you get the little request at the bottom and it tells you the pick up, the drop off, how much you're going to make, all that good information. But the problem is it's only 10 seconds long. And yes, it is 10 seconds long. For all the people who say, oh no, they speed it up. No, every single time I have ever checked it, it is always exactly 10 seconds long. So let's take that off right now. The reason why it doesn't seem like it's 10 seconds is because it depends on what you're doing. I mean, if you're literally staring at your phone on the Uber app and a ride request comes in, then yes, absolutely, it's going to feel like 10 seconds. But if you are driving around, if you're looking outside the window, if you have another app open like Lyft or maybe YouTube or scrolling through social media, you know what's going to end up happening? The time that it takes for you to hear the request coming in with the sound and then the little notification banner and clicking it and then actually opening up the app to see it could be 1 to 2 seconds, maybe a little bit more depending on your phone. So yeah, it's going to feel like it's much less. But in reality, the moment that your ride request comes in to the moment that it times out is absolutely 10 seconds. After every single time I've recorded it and checked, it's always 10 seconds. So again, it just depends on what you are doing. But Lyft, on the other hand, was smart. They give you 5 extra seconds. So you have 15 seconds for a ride request to come in. So even if it takes a couple of seconds for you to switch apps or to pay attention to that particular app before it times out, it's 15 seconds. So this is much better on the Lyft platform because it gives you 5 extra seconds to make a better decision on the pickup and drop off, how much you're making, all that good information because of upfront fares. You're able to find the rides actually much better on Lyft than Uber. But Uber did announce that they are going to increase wait times on the ping screen. But here's the biggest problem with their announcement. They did say that yes, they are going to increase wait times. They never told you what it is going to look like. So let's break that down right now. First off, it is not going to be in all markets. In fact, it's only going to be in some markets. Red flag number 1. Red flag number 2 is they say it's going to be up to a third. What the hell does that mean? Okay, so if it's a 10-second request that's coming in, you could expect a third more, which means it's 3.33333 seconds. So now they're taking that 10-second timer, and it could be up to a third, which means they may increase it a second, they may increase it 2 seconds, 3 seconds, or the full 3.33. So no matter what, their max is only 13.3 seconds, when in fact it could be anything in between. And again, it's only in some markets. And this comes straight from Uber. So they actually specifically says, we've also extended the time to accept a trip request by up to a third in some markets, giving drivers more time to review and decide which trips to take. Now, an extra 3 seconds is actually pretty big, no matter how you look at it, because that 3 seconds, like I say, if you are literally staring at your phone, the Uber app, and that ride request comes in, that's pretty much the full 10 seconds that you're going to see it to be able to have that decision. If it takes 1 or 2 seconds for you to actually open up the app and see the ride request that's coming in, well, you're still over that 10-second mark, so it's going to give you a little bit more time to be able to see if that ride is going to be worth it for you or not, which means you can not accept non-profitable rides at a better opportunity of knowing and doing the math while you are driving. Now, that is great news and it's making it much safer. But my biggest concern is, why would you announce this saying, yes, we're going to extend the wait times on the accept requests for drivers in some markets by up to a third, leaving that part out? That doesn't make sense to me. But like I say, overall, if you're in a market where it is getting that extended wait time, that's going to be much better for you. Why Uber can't just do 15 seconds for a ride request coming in and allowing drivers to actually have that across the board, where it's rolled out to all markets, to all drivers, and it's not this up to a third crap where it's actually, oh, we're just going to do it for 15 seconds. It used to be 10 seconds. We're going to match Lyft. We're going to give you 15 seconds because it's going to be much safer. It's going to be much better, especially if you're driving around. That'll give you a couple of seconds to be able to pull over to the side of the road safely, not just slam on the brakes in the middle of the street or stare at your phone trying to figure out if that ride is worth it by taking your eyes off of the road and putting it on your phone wherever that might be instead of watching the road. So yes, those extra seconds are probably very key. So that is what I think should be happening. I want to know though, what do you guys think should be happening? And do you think that this is a big update? Do you think that this is going to make it much safer? And do you think it's going to be better for you to be able to figure out what ride is worth it to take or not? Comment in the comments below, let us know. Or do you think that there was a better announcement that they announced during this event last week? Comment below and let us know. And again, if you want to watch the whole video where Sergio does a breakdown on the announcement, check out this video right here. And we'll see you guys in the next one.